Let's feed the homeless.
Today I'm going to be making something special for people in need. Because of the government shutdown being in effect, there are a lot of struggling people out here. Everyone deserves a good meal, and I'm very grateful to be able to use my privilege to give back however I can.
Somebody in the comments said, not all villains wear capes. Bro is making America great again. We need more people like you. I'm kinda homeless with the praying emoji and the screenshot of Ellie's face. Ladies and gentlemen, I just gotta say, we have officially reached peak degeneracy in society, and I'm here for the show. You know, I'm here to watch it all collapse, because what can I do but commentate about it, right? Buddy really came out here with many vials of Fireball alcohol. Stay away from that. It tastes good, and you can definitely easily OD on Fireball, and I've done that before and I've puked my guts out. Never again. But he's out here with many bottles of Fireball, vodka, and cigarettes, bro. Lucy cigarettes. And I just gotta say, why? Bro said, let's feed the homeless, and literally gave them alcohol and cigarettes. How is that feeding anybody?
Can I get one more? Just one?
I can't. I gotta give it. I'll tell everybody. Yes.
That's so great. Got one.
Every one of these.
Hell yeah, man.
There you go. You're welcome. There you go. This is mine on stage. You're welcome.
So this man's just handing out machetes to a whole bunch of random homeless people, bro. I mean, you know, he says keeping the homeless in the streets. 100 emoji with the praying hands emoji. Look at this guy, happy as hell, no teeth, with a machete. Is this even legal is my question, bro. Is this even legal? Like, bro, you're literally, you're contributing to further chaos and anarchy, essentially. What do you really think these homeless people are gonna do with these machetes? Genuinely speak, you think they're gonna, you know, start coming out here, you know, I don't know, cutting down shrubbery and grass and keeping the streets from being overgrown with plant life? You think they're gonna start, you know, I don't know, chopping down fruit or, you know, harvesting things? Because that's what machetes are used for, right? Right? Ladies and gentlemen, I have a headache right now, so I just don't even know what to say anymore. Let me read the comments. Somebody said, bro, why the F would you do that? Crying emoji. Somebody else said, this is not funny. Another person said, can I get one more? With an image of Kratos from God of War. Oh my God, that's my favorite game franchise of all time. Someone else said, you know, if they commit a crime with it, you're getting charged. Actually, maybe, I don't know. It depends on the state, right? Another person said, 0 kills, 100 assists with this image of an evil, diabolical looking monkey. Another person said, how can people find this funny? I don't think anybody finds this funny. Well, maybe a few people, psychopaths out there find this funny. You know, a few sadists out there that just like to see, you know, the collapse and the fall of just society in general. Hey man, there are evil people in society out here who are, you know, on the sidelines, kind of like me, but I don't want to see people die. But they're actually on the sidelines laughing, enjoying it, and literally giddy like a firebug, hopped up on the hardest drugs possible, waiting for a building to burn down. Somebody else said, Lil Uzi Vert is now homeless? And they showed this image of this guy. Please don't do Lil Uzi like that. That's crazy, bro.
There you go. It's still cold too. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
It's crazy how this man has God's Plan in the background from Drake playing, and somebody else said, that is not God's plan, bro.
Oh, I got you. Here. Oh, you're welcome. Here you go. I got you. I got you, brother.
Bro, this is just sad, man, that we even allow like this amount of homelessness to exist, man, when this country is one of the richest countries in the world. Yes, we are in massive debt. Our deficit right now federally is like $36 trillion. But yeah, I think we still have enough funds, right? Non-existent funds, if you want to be technical about it, to get these people off the streets. In my world, I'm providing people jobs, rehab, and if you don't want to go to rehab, I'm sorry, like you can't live on the streets, as that's not safe. You're going to be 5150 if you're mentally ill. I'm reopening the asylums, or a better system for mentally ill people, so they're not out here running around with machetes, drunk, setting people on fire. Multiple women have been set on fire this year, by the way. I don't know if people know that. Set on fire on public transportation, stabbed, killed, great. And this man is inadvertently contributing to that problem. And our politicians, what are they doing about it, huh? Somebody said bro just sponsored like 20 fights that night. Literally, bro. A whole bunch of drunk people with machetes. I don't know if he handed out machetes to these groups of people, but I saw another video where he gave people both machetes and alcohol.
I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that
yes, ladies and gentlemen, machetes and alcohol.
outlive me.
This man is literally like the CIA handing out to crack to people in the 80s, bro. Like, what in the hell is this, bro? Somebody said, is this legal? Again, I don't know. I mean, what in the...
Yes, I see the things that they will.
This old lady just took that out. Bro, she was so confused. She saw a large bottle of vodka with a machete and she was like, all right, I guess I'm taking this. Somebody else said, CIA during the 80s in all of Latin America. Somebody else said, why the machete though? Like, bro, this can't be legal. A few moments later or minutes later with this image of, I believe this guy from One Piece, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. Somebody else said, you will not be disappointed, master, with an image of this old guy confused, accepting a machete with vodka on top of it.
I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wish.
Bro, is that kid even homeless, bro? He just gave a random bottle of alcohol to some kid. He doesn't even look to anyone. Somebody said, not a single thank you. I think I heard some thank yous in the previous videos. Somebody else said, small investment in order to keep rent down in the area. That is diabolical. I'm not gonna lie. Someone else said, devil's plan, keeping that rent under 1,000. Totally legal, by the way. I think I heard someone say that is legal. You can hand alcohol out to the, you know, homeless people if they're over 21. As for the machetes, I'm not entirely sure. Technically, it could be served as a gift, right? You know, machetes aren't inherently weapons per se. They're just tools with sharp ends used as, like, you know, things to cut things with. You know, they don't have to be human beings per se or living creatures. At that point, you would have to prove intent. But honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy got banned. It's not even shocking he got over 400,000 followers with this type of content. Let's be honest, people like destruction and chaos and negativity. Let's be honest, look at my videos. Most of the videos that get the most views, you guys already understand the connotations that come with those videos. Literally, if I upload a video of fireman saves cat from burning building, bruh, video probably won't even crack 10K views. I'm gonna be honest. And of course, it made it into the news cycle. New York Post writes, wannabe influencer hands out massive machetes to homeless people and he's coming to NYC. Wow, that is gonna be crazy. They say in this article from, I suppose, the uploader himself, he said, and I quote, I travel around, bulk record in one city, then for my safety, go to another city. So this man is just like on a traveling carousel of chaos and destruction from one city to the next. He says, I do the same thing there for like 2 weeks and kind of like travel around. That's crazy. They also say he should be in New York in January 2026. I have a lot of friends out there, so he's coming to New York. Wow. As if New York isn't already in utter chaos and anarchy already in certain boroughs and communities. This man is basically like the Joker of TikTok at this point, trying to further destabilize certain communities. He says he's gonna go hand out a bunch of machetes and fireballs there too. Firstly, in New York City, since I'm from the North, Jersey specifically, but went to school 10 minutes away from the city, I can assure you that is illegal. That's a federal charge right there. People who have machetes in New York City and intend to use them as weapons, that's a clear charge right there. Literally even wielding I believe a blade or anything adjacent to that over 6 inches in New York City can cop you a charge. Oh, I was wrong. It says, according to Google, New York has strict knife laws that vary by location, especially in New York City, which prohibits carrying any knife with a blade of 4 inches or longer in public. So yeah, buddy, you don't want to do that. And ladies and gentlemen, the funny thing about this guy, it seems as though that he started out creating Fortnite clips. As you can see, he started out as a Fortnite YouTuber or TikToker, and those, you know, clips would only get, you know, a measly 1K, 2K, 3K, 5K at most. And then he started like transitioning into the homeless content, handing out alcohol, drugs, and all that to destabilize certain communities. And then guess what? He started blowing the F up. I wonder why. I wonder why this type of content started getting popular and why the Fortnite videos did not. Could it be because that this is what people want to see? Is this because, you know, TikTok sees the algorithm, people are viewing, they're sharing, they're liking, this is the most popular type of, you know, listen, I'm not trying to indict the people who watch this stuff. I'm not going to try to indict the social media platforms who push this stuff, but I will say the patterns are very apparent to me. Why do you think the biggest creators on the platforms or streaming, YouTube, TikTok, are drama related content nowadays? Politics, political content. It's not a shock or coincidence. Anyways, thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about this, ladies and gentlemen? This creator, his name, you can see it on screen. I don't even want to say it on my mouth. I'm just disgusted. Thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think about this? Also, DM me on Instagram or tag me on TikTok if you have any other videos or topics you want me to react or cover. And yeah, catch all of you in the next one.